So January is known as the dumping ground for movies, and pair that up with the fact that I've barely seen any promotional stuff for this movie, that doesn't bode well. Here is my review on Sleepless. So as I said in my intro, there was no promotional stuff material for this movie whatsoever. And I don't believe there was a screening for this movie as well. So that, basically shows my hand and how I felt about this movie. And I'll tell you guys blatantly, I hated this movie. I disliked this movie so much, and I am not one to check my phone at all for movies. I want to enjoy the movies because I'm paying for them. I'm paying my hard-earned money to watch these movies. But I swear to you guys that I've checked my phone so many times during this movie. And there are so many things here that I could go on with. And let me start by saying that this movie doesn't make sense at all. And I know some of you guys who may have enjoyed this movie will tell me you should turn your brain off, and that's fine. Maybe it works. And I'll go into a little bit more on how you could enjoy this movie if you didn't like it at all. But some of these things did not make sense, And first of all, I'll start by saying that Michelle Monaghan, she actually is a good actress. She's a solid actress. I like her in a lot of things that I've seen. I've liked her in GoldenEye, and I know a lot of people hate GoldenEye, but I actually liked her in GoldenEye. I loved her in Source Code. I thought she was great in that role. But her character herself is just so dislikable. I hated her at all times in this movie. I didn't feel any empathy when we were really supposed to. She's a cop who, just went through some bad shit. And she's, trying to get back into the rhythm of her work, and all that kind of stuff. So we're supposed to feel some sort of empathy towards her, but she just always has this same dead face that she shows in this movie. And I can't feel anything towards his character at all, especially when she does stupid things like remove evidence, with the drugs. You're not supposed to remove evidence from the scene of the crime, and yet she does so, and she honestly doesn't give a crap. And then, we have Jamie Foxx's character, and again, Jamie Foxx is a great actor. I'll say that much. And I'm guessing this movie was made just to get a paycheck. But obviously, Michelle Monaghan didn't feel, well, at least for their acting, she did not feel like she wanted to be in this movie. And I think the same thing could be said about Jamie Foxx. And one of the things I hated the most about this movie is the fact that he gets stabbed. And when he gets stabbed, he doesn't go to the hospital, which is fine. I get why, he wouldn't do that because that attracts too much attention. People start asking questions. But, all he does to resolve the problem is just basically, put some tape on something and just, go at it about his day, and it irritates me because, he's going to lose a lot of blood. That's going to get worse very fast. And we see it throughout the movie. We see him, have moments where he actually stops, takes a little bit of a breather because he's losing blood. But then when something happens and there's action to be had, he just treats it like nothing's happened, like he's okay. And that just makes no sense whatsoever. And speaking about no sense, and this is basically all I'm going to be talking about, why is his phone on loud? We even have that scene where Michelle's character hears the fucking phone, and after the first time you think he'd put that shit on vibrate. And I know I'm sounding irritated because like I said, I dislike this movie so much. And T.I.'s character. So I'm gonna continue this irate kind of video with the fact that T.I.'s character, I don't know why he was there in the first place. We see him at the beginning for a short bit, then he pops up again, when he's told, that the drugs are taken, or that they stole the drugs from the wrong person, and they've taken Jamie Foxx's son, and then he dies abruptly, almost towards the end of the movie, and that's such a waste of a character. I'm not saying T.I. is a great actor, by no means is he great. Maybe he's serviceable at best, but the character itself just seemed, not important at all. And then, we have predictability. Right off the bat, I knew that Michelle's partner had something to do with it, some sort of connection, because he was just a little bit too eager, to get Michelle out of the way, just telling her, what, take a break, go rest it off, we'll start off the next thing in the morning. And then, I think this movie is rated R, and we have that scene where Scoot McNairy shows the the club owner, if you will, the tongue that he just cut off from his nephew or whatever. And I believe, like I said, this is a rated R movie. Why not show the tongue? Why not, try to push the envelope here? I was expecting to see the tongue, and the fact that we didn't kind of, bugged me a little bit. And I'll admit that's a little bit of a nitpick on my part. But, if you're going to, do that move, that power move with the tongue, why not show it? And speaking about the club owner, why was he even there? You know, clearly Scoot Minniger's character is the main villain, and he just seemed like a messenger of sorts, and he honestly didn't need to be there at all. And that brings me back to another thing, that this movie is actually a remake of a French film. And I just recently saw the trailer for the French film, and I gotta say that trailer is a lot more interesting than the trailer that we got for Sleepless in general. And I'm assuming all these characters are, similar to the movie themselves, which is why they're here. But I hope that the French version uses them at a better capacity than this film did. I cannot recommend this film. I'm going to give it a rating of a 2 out of 10 because while I disliked it a lot, it's at least somewhat watchable. And I mean somewhat watchable very, very specifically. And as I was saying, a way you can enjoy this movie is actually having it as background noise. If you're actually doing something else and you need some sort of background noise, a movie that you really don't need to pay attention to, just have it there. If something interesting happens, look up for a second and then go back to whatever you're doing. This is probably the best movie to do so because nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense at all, guys. And I'm going to end it there before it gets worse. So, like I said, I can't recommend this movie. If you guys like this movie, these types of movies, go ahead. If it's your jam, do so. And if you guys have enjoyed this movie, please let me know as well. Because I want to know your opinions. Obviously, everyone doesn't have to have the same taste in movies. And if you guys enjoyed it, please let me know why you guys enjoyed it. Are you guys a Jamie Foxx fan? Are you guys, fans of this kind of material where it's like a gritty kind of get my son back kind of movie? Again, let me know in the comments section. And that's it for this video, guys. I'll be posting 2 more videos later on because I just watched Silence and I've also watched Monster Trucks. So you guys will get that later. Until next time, guys, have a good night.